So rejection is a thing that happens to all musicians. Hi, I'm Derek. I have been a music producer for the past 15 years. I own my own record label, Ascent Recordings, and I've released, at this point, on all my dream labels, and continue to do so. And it's an honor and a privilege, and it has come with a lot of rejection along the way. And I think this story is probably true for everyone you'll find in the industry, that you don't just get there. It seems like all of a sudden everyone is super successful and you're blowing up, but you don't see all the rejections that led to that point, and all the rejections that continually happen even when you reach that point. Because if you send a track to a label, there's no guarantee that they will like it and accept it no matter who you are. So this is an issue that we have to always continually deal with, and it's not just a one and done thing. But rejection is a gift. And the reason why is because it helps you refine your offer, as they might say in sales. So there's a book for business and sales. It's called Go for No. And what they stress is that actually trying to get to rejections leads you to better refine the way that you are pitching yourself and to better refine the products that you're making. This is true for us as well as musicians. So there's two things we need to refine, of course. There's like, how do we actually get in touch with the people who can sign our tracks, who can actually get us the exposure, and how do we do that effectively? And then there's also the making of the tracks, and both are super important. And if you're getting rejected, that's actually, first off, it means someone listened to your thing, right? So they went through it and they decided that that wasn't a fit. Amazing information, because what you can do with that is you can take that and try to figure out what are the differences between your track and what's already on their label. What might be the reasons they rejected it? It's great if they gave you feedback. Most people don't, because everyone is busy. I get it. But because you have that rejection in hand, you know that wasn't the thing. Something was off from what they were looking at. It didn't catch their attention, which is an amazingly useful signal. It doesn't mean you're crap. It means that that iteration of what was happening wasn't fitting with what they wanted and what they were signing at that moment, right? So instead of thinking, oh man, I must suck, my track didn't get accepted by insert your dream label name, what you ought to do is be like, okay, that wasn't it. Something is off with this. How can I compare this to other recent releases on that label and figure out what is the gap? What is the delta? What are other people doing that I am not? And by comparing these things together, you can zero in over time on what might be the issues you have in your productions, what might be like the difference between you and where you want to be in your career. And if you repeat this enough times and you pick yourself up and keep trying, it will work out in your favor in the long run, as long as you always introspect and always are open to the possibility that you need to change something in your approach. And this is something that everyone needs to do. None of us are perfect. Even the people who are making music at the top of the scene are not perfect. So the next time that you get a rejection from a label you were trying for, here's some concrete things that you can do. First off, check the basics. Is your track in the right range for BPM? Is it in the right sort of length that the label often looks for? Is the structure approximately similar to things that labels have put out before? Not that everyone should be the same, but like if they put out things like this, is it like those things? Next off, number two, is your track sonically in line with what they're putting out? Look on Span and compare what frequency ranges you're hitting with what they're hitting. Is your track really weak in any particular area? Is it too strong in any particular area? Because it could just be a mix thing. If it's not one of those things, it could be composition. So look at your melody. Does your melody stand up when compared to other releases on that label? Does your groove hit in the same way that those tracks do? Do you have as much impact as those tracks do? Again, don't aim for sameness. What you want to aim for is vibe. So are you at the same level of those things? Not are you doing the exact same thing, right? Because we don't want to copy other people, but we do want to make sure that we're making professional music that's in line with what our target labels are looking for. If you've compared all those things, sometimes it will still be a mystery. There are cases after you, like everything seems to be in line, you don't know why they rejected it, but you know what? There's taste and there's timing for everything too. And you can't predict it, so you need to pick yourself up and move along. If all those things are in order, there's probably another label that is in the range of your target label that you will probably want to send it to. So if you resend it, you may get better results from one of those other labels. It can definitely be disheartening to get rejected, especially in the last case where you don't know why and it seems like everything should be in order. It will happen, but of course it's part of your journey as well. And regardless, it will actually get you to a better place. I've had a ton of tracks where I thought I had a great release ready to go, and I went back and listened to it, and it turned out it wasn't as good as I thought. And the reverse is true too. There are tracks that I've had where I think they're amazing afterwards, and I'm not sure why people are rejecting me. And it's always worth introspecting, because there's always some reason, right? One last thing I'll close with here is have a little empathy for the A&R departments, which may be a single person depending on how big the label is that you're pitching to, because they're busy, they're getting inundated with stuff, and most of the time they're not trying to cut you down in any particular way. It's just it didn't stand out in the stack of tracks that they were listening to, which is a fair judgment. And again, it's useful information for you too, right? So if you didn't stand out, which is true if you get a rejection, then you know what you got to do next is you have to like produce something that is going to wow the person listening to it. It's a long struggle. It takes a lot of effort and time, and I know it's hard, but it is worth it in the end. And each failure is a step on the way to success. I want to see you succeed. Let me know if this was helpful, and happy hunting. Kick some ass out there.